voice in our ears, but the more we race the sound of its tone. There's jumping on knees, feeding our backs, tearing, chewing, we kill all the more. The power and love's what we do it for.
Welcome back everyone to Total War Warhammer 3 in part 3 of our Legendary Greasus Goldtooth Immortal Empires campaign. Huge thank you to everyone who left tips and tactics and suggestions on those comments. Keep those coming. I am going to be taking those all into consideration going forward. We're definitely going to need all of the help we can get. This is quite a difficult campaign, and as we are already seeing, as a turn later, and Greasus Goldtooth has been attacked by all of the Caravan of the Blue Roses. Looks like all of the armies have moved on over here together. Let's go ahead and not auto-resolve. We'll decline the attack real quick. Oh, interesting. A new trait gain. Didn't tell me that earlier. Works for me. All the events are coming on through now. So most of these armies are in March stance. The Walmond and Helmengorst groups are going to be tired, and they are going to, luckily, be slowly working their way across the battlefield while also tired, so they should be fully exhausted by the time they get to Greasus. So we have given Greasus himself all of the good bits of armor and weapons that Kevin was wielding. Given him everything we can before the battle juiced him up. And we have now had to pass over his next name to Horde Master, so as long as he is in the area that his other ogres are, that's going to be giving him 8 more leadership, which is going to be pretty great against the undead here. So, with gigantic turkey leg in hand, to the battle. And we absolutely cannot sit here and take any amount of attrition, so we're going to go ahead and have a large pre-battle feast for maximum speed, mass, and a charge bonus. And let's take the fight to Henrik. Okay, so really the only parts of this army we have to worry about at all are going to be those Crypt Horrors and the Crypt Ghouls, because they're both pretty much the only things that'll be doing any amount of damage to our ogres whatsoever. So let's find... There was a nice choke point here, and here we can kind of hold. If we can move quickly, the direwolves are likely to try to cut us off, but if we move quickly, we can take the position. Let's throw... that group of Noblars would just be immediately sacrificed, wouldn't they? I will throw them up front, and the other two groups can be behind them, and just, they can chuck their knives over the top. If we could scare those direwolves off quickly, that'd be awesome. Get them breaking down. You stay up a little ways. They will still be invisible, which is perfectly fine by me. All of the expendable troops coming in from the settlement garrison there. We're really just going to have them hiding in the woods, and they can rush up and be a bit of a speed bump for our enemy, really, is going to be their job. Not the best, what you want to be called. A hand you out your job for the battle. Distraction. Alright, let's throw the armored boys on and this other side here. We really want all of our elites making it into this gully, trying to force all of these units all in at once, and allowing Greasus to duel with Henrik there. I'm going to put Greasus and the Firebelly together. We'll have them rotate if we need to. Luckily, the ogres are quite quick. So Noblars all as a group. We're going to have them all in guard mode so they don't go chasing anyone off. Ogres, and then the big boys. Alright then. This is going to be an absolute nightmare. Let's get to it. So let's have Noblars move up first into the crevice there. They're going to all just rotate around, which makes sense. Strength in numbers is really what they've got here. We'll have all of our ogres move up. I'd love for Greasus and the Firebelly to get in and actually do some damage. We're going to try to chuck some fireballs over at the enemy Crypt Horrors and see how much damage we get out of that. I'll kind of keep them around like this. We are going to deal with the reinforcements, but if we can make them mad, that is the plan. So let's go ahead and chuck a single fireball. It only costs 4 wins. See how much damage we can get on a Crypt Horror. Yeah. Crispy critters incoming. They're a little too far away from us. It drops a model. That's not one they're going to be able to bring back. That works for me. We can just keep those flying. Let's take down this group of 8. They should disintegrate away a little bit quicker. Noblars, I'm going to pull you on this side. I'm going to have Greasus take the center of the line. And all of the weakened ogres can just kind of come up. Hang out in the woods here. Perfect. Firebelly, keep the barrage of fireballs up, although didn't take down any models this time. Maybe because I gave him a move order afterwards. Fireball away, here come the reinforcements. We didn't do a lot of damage. So in fact what we're going to want to do is pull our Noblar legions back a little bit. As many of them in the front line as we can. They're going to come streaming on over. Luckily the speedy units should really outpace the rest. Stay here. I think they should be able to win, but I don't trust them that well. So you guys move up, try to crunch these dire wolves. You two stay here. Looks like they're going to go around as the attempt. So Noblar trappers, just go ahead and turn so you can chuck your ranges at these foolish fellbats. Keep chucking fireballs. It looks like it is not dropping them. Let's overcast it once. Yeah. That's gonna zoom their way. I would rather not take any damage on him because we don't have the heals. Well, that was great. We dropped 2 models there that time. These fireballs are working out for us. Trying to draw them away. Interesting. So the dire wolves aren't going to fall for it, are they? There we go. Crunch them. Everything else is setting up on top of the hill. The black coach and a couple of the other units. They don't want to fight Greasus, which is very fair. Bring you guys back. We're gonna have the Noblars set up behind so they can keep chucking their stuff. Greasus go up to the black coach. You guys move up and crunch him as well. Everyone up front can stay there except for the Firebelly. I need to start moving back. Let's go ahead and drop down the Dismember on all of these guys. They're slowing down. And we'll bring all of the ogres that are fighting over here, at least the elite lads, away. Firebelly, let's launch down the Burning Head. Send it into our ogres, but it is likely to make them flee as well. Trying to let most of the enemy get up and involved in combat, and then we can do our thing as well. Let's drop that leadership. Black coach is already nearly gone. I'll smell ya. Scoot these guys up a little bit. Noblar is forward. I guess our ogre bulls moved a little ways in, so let's go ahead and pull them out. Our ogres are fleeing. Let's go ahead and have you guys come on over and crunch. Well, there's a couple of horrors there. Let's not crunch them. We'll bring them around. 2 big groups of ogres do not jump in like that. Go for another fireball in on... Fire it over here at Martin. All of the ogres smash in together on these crypt horrors. You bog down those spearmen. We want the Iron Fist to come on back here for a moment. That's going to be our anvil. So you guys come on in. Go after these zombies in the center. Have the elite units come on back and go after these crypt ghouls. Scaring them off is going to be pretty important. Let's get extra defense on the lads that are fighting the... Perfect. Flames down the line there. There's no Noblars in there that are on our side. How much more magic do we have access to? 62, so we just have to let it come on back. Greasus, let's go after the big boy here. Firebelly, you need to not be fighting with... Well, he seems to be doing alright. I think 2 lords smashing, or 2 heroes smashing it on you is not really what you want, though, so let's go ahead and pull yourself away. Crash into these zombies. As soon as you're done, we're going to go ahead and send you back over here towards Luther.
We's Ogre, mate.
We's Ogre, mates.
For sure. For the masters.
Have the trappers move their way on in. We'll go for another dismember on these skeleton warriors.
Biggest in the trough.
Just come bog down those units if you can. Firebelly, give yourself that extra defense.
Of the fire mouth.
Let's throw down with Martin now.
When do we
We'll bring the dual weapons through to try to help out.
guts out, boy?
Iron Fist can fight with the normies.
The whole
Greasus, let's continue to drop the attack, and I guess everyone's not going for finding a new person to bully. Let's pull these ogres through, smash into the zombies, because we are going to deal with all of these incoming
survivor.
undead as well. Perfect. If you guys could bog or chase Lawman off, that'd be awesome. Looks like the other vampire is going to escape. Let's have the Noblars go up and be the screening force we really need.
Helps the side. But it's live.
Come on there, lads.
Tyrants. Fire belly.
Alright, bring the Firebelly up. Go for a Cascading Fire Cloak on any of these Iron Guts here. Alright, the last wave is incoming. As soon as they're actually here, that's when we're going to drop down the final Burning Head. Well, not the final, but... magic is a little bit scarce at the moment. Go ahead and see if we can send it up this direction. Try to send the Iron Guts through, or the Iron Fists, rather. Alright, these guys are back. Bring them on in. We can have them chuck their wrenches at anyone, really. Ogres are starting to lose a bit of their morale. I don't know if we have an ability to pull them away from all of the undead. Fireball into this big blob. And drag down Henrik. Alright, let's see if we can get everyone over here away from this nonsense. We'll dismember this big group so they can't give chase. Once these Iron Fists come on around, we just need to try to reorganize the group here. Draw the fastest units away from the undead. We can smash them back in. And have to do a little bit of sacrificing. Oh, you can do this damage to anyone. Ah, I see. Well, this unit is already pretty weak. Come on, taking this undead lord is going to be very key. Keep the Iron Guts moving around. There we go. We should be able to smash this unit. Let's go for a Burning Head on all of the zombies that are trying to come on through. Another huge drop to leadership. Have you go in after the corpse cart if you can. You guys chuck your goodies their way as you can. Gorst is likely not assailable by these units, but if we can go after, well, you probably should turn around and go after the Crypt Ghouls there. Come on. No one believes in you ogres like I do. You too many of them, though. Energy regeneration would be awesome. If we can break leadership, we have huge opportunities to win, but it's... I don't know if that's going to be the thing we're going to be able to do. Numbers are starting to waver on our side. We've got lots of Noblars that aren't fighting, though, so we can get them moving on back in. Everyone Greasus does hit with that club. Really doesn't enjoy it. We need more melee defense on the dual weapons. Come on, lads, you've got this. Some of you've got this. Let's bring these Noblars over so we can actually grab some free winds of magic from them. Alright, let's go ahead and try to slow these units down. This is a absolute to the bitter end fight. Noblars, are you close enough yet? Not yet. Keep moving. Little buddies, we need your magic. More melee defense. There, we'll take the magic from them and charge them in. Come on, Greasus. Drop that leadership. Alright, some clubs are coming back. If we can deal with those crypt horrors, that's going to spin things our way pretty aggressively. Let's pull you away so we can chuck more fireballs in. Noblar traps are going down. Come on, ogres, back in. Chuck a fireball at these horrors. We need to deal with the corpse court if possible. That's another thing, just passing out way too many goodies. Melee defense on these ogre bulls. Go ahead and charge you away from that nonsense. And crash into these crypt horrors here. Critical binding. Just break them. Man-eaters try to come through. Come on, lads. Take down those horrors. We really aren't going to be able to chuck a fireball this close in, I don't think. We can grab this on our Noblars once more, take a little bit more damage on them. Give these ogre bulls some melee defense. Try to have you deal with them. Everyone else go after the crypt ghouls. We're not going to be able to do enough damage to get to Gorse to actually matter. Come on, Noblars, we need you. Greasus, go after the cart. Everyone else hold the line where you can. I don't know if leadership is going to hold. That's going to be what does it in for us. Come on, we got 9 seconds for that one. We can dismember everyone over here. More defense. Fireball in the back of these skeleton warriors. I don't think the Noblars are going to be willing to fight, though. That's the problem. Drop that melee, or that leadership. Make sure we're clobbering the lodestone cart. Come on. For some reason, I guess he's decided he's going to charge directly into them. Nice hit. Let's go for the burning head here we needed from the very beginning. Beautiful. And now here's where we get very unlucky and Gorse gets his entire army back after our victory. Come on. Noblars, you try to go bog down Gorse. Get that free damage over time that he gets to apply. Let's have Greasus go duel with him. Wait on the spellcasting just for a moment. Those horrors are almost gone. Try to keep everyone else away from Gorse. You go clobber. You guys got this. Ogre smash in and take down the warriors next. He's gone. Gonna bring some fire in against Gorse. Very desperate battle. One that is not over. We'll keep everyone else away from Gorse's damage over time. You guys stay back here. We'll let Greasus and Firebelly deal with old mayonnaise boy. That should be huge chunks of damage and a Pyrrhic victory. We'll take it. An absolute pile of corpses. Alright, we'll take the Pyrrhic victory. Half of our army fell, well over, because everyone on their side was dropped. It looks like they get to bring back, not Gorst, but Henrik is back. Crypt Ghouls, a couple Spearmen, and one of the units. That is not as bad as I guess it could be. We're going to go ahead and snack on all of those captives. And probably, I guess, replenish next to nothing.
Mate.
How sad. Gorst or Ghost. We now have poison attacks against someone who is immune to all contact effects. Which is great. A skull mantle. Ropes, wood, hair, iron nails, and hide are twisted into a hideous ritual mask infused with the fears of the ogre's defeated foes. Activated ability, -10 leadership. That is going to be great. And now we've got some Boglars of the Mad Marshes. These so-called Toad Noblars were once a much-debated myth amongst scholars, said to have the ability to multiply at the merest contact with water. Not something they actually are able to do, but it'd be very awesome. I would come on in and dropkick Henrik now. I'm thinking that's going to be the best call. Sneaky Noblars for Vanguard deployment. Spell resistance or just extra strength for all Ogre Bulls. Probably a good call. And then we can increase our overall bull capabilities. Where are the Man-Eaters and Iron Guts at? Okay, so they're all in the Beast Eaters, which is going to give them 2 extra attack. Anything that's going to give us more income. More speed for Greasus also, I think, is going to be the best call for now. Make him as quick as we can.
Greasus Goldtooth.
He's no longer zooming at Mach 7, but... Flame Storm or Piercing Bolts. Piercing Bolts will be very directed. It'll let us kind of blast apart huge blobs of undead far better than we were able to that time. I'm actually thinking we turn around and take down Flayed Rock. We could always come on down and snag these troops off of Flagog with Kevin. I think we will. As we can hire our own mercenaries here. Alright, so we'll grab most of our Noblars and just leave 2 there, since we can definitely just recruit more up. Stay in march. We'll come on down to try to take down Flayed Rock quickly. We're going to try not to make Greasus too angry to start. But the plan is still going to be to fight him. We're going to try to be... Well, it's not the most tactically wise plan to have enemies on 2 fronts here. Greasus, in lore, is more friendly with Cathay, and Greasus... Or not Greasus, but Grimgor finishes him off in the very end, so we're going to try to rewrite history. Shall be Grimgor going in the pot. Yeah, Greasus, we're going to have you come on down and finish off Henrik. Oh, his Gad. Hello, Gad. We take this win without losing too many. Be kind. 68 Ogres fall. We're going to go ahead and, I guess, just process the meat. Extra dinner. Or Vampire Slayer. We can move down to take down the Shattered Stone Bay. As part of the Dragon Isles, that is going to put us into contact with Kugath a little bit faster, though. Which I really don't want. What we want to do is come on over and try to finish off any route into our territory. Because they're definitely going to pass through the Lizargs without worrying about it. Looks like we do need to hang out at the scrap towers for now, though, just to replenish up some soldiers.
Widen the doorway.
Which works for me.
Must feast.
Widen the doorways.
They work for Greasus now.
Well, we could definitely go with a few more bulls. We've got a lot of Noblars in this army, and I think the Boglars we'll put with the other group. Well, yeah. We'll just go for some normal bulls. Be a kind of a expendable front line for Greasus. Then back here with Kevin, he can just snap in those Boglars when we get closer to the enemy. That way we're not having to pay their upkeep. Flagog. Ooh, it's time to start upgrading the recruiter's table for more camp growth. Absolutely. Battle loot. And then I want to get into Hunter very soon. But I don't want to spend our growth points just yet. I realized that's part of the reason we've been taking so long to actually upgrade our camp, is we spent a few population points checking in these other items here. So we'll wait a couple turns, and we should be able to check in the tribal campground, and then we'll immediately grab our pack cave and try to get in a hunter. Because they have the big name, as some of y'all were telling me, the big name, a Noblar Kicker, which gives your Noblars Unbreakable. It's amazing, because they normally have terrible leadership. But Unbreakable Chaff is always the best. Feast Yurt sounds awesome. Let's just go for the weapon pile, though. Increase our military. And see if there's any upgrades we had. Really? So we're going all in on the camp, then. Let's go for just the meat generated. Good old Feast Yurt. Let's check our diplomacy as well. I think we can probably get the Thunder Guts on side. If we could confederate them with them and shoulder that burden, it'd be awesome, but that would be too many penalties. We'll have to let them get taken out. That'll be our turn then. Into Greasus.
Many apologies, your great buckiness, but I bring news. The Black Orc war boss, seeking to take these mountains for his own, has been lured to the Firemouth as you requested.
Lovely.
Now is the time to crush him.
I'm sure it would be if we had more armor piercing, but if we're fighting Black Orcs, we definitely need to retrofit the army. Greasus is determined to stamp his authority as Overtyrant on all of the Ogre tribes. So when the most powerful Black Orc war boss of the Mountains of Morn launches a Wah deep into Ogre territory, Goldtooth moves to bring him to battle on the slopes of the Sacred Firemouth volcano. If once this usurper has been trodden into the dirt, then Greasus may wear his basin-sized crown with unassailable pride. Okay, the Overtyrant's crown passes out a lot of lovely buffs, including giving damage resistance to everyone around him, and then a bit of replenishment for our troubles. At first, it looks like you would be fighting the goblins, which is a pretty easy, just charge in and break them, and then the Black Orcs arrive. The Thunder Guts have been wiped out, looks like by the Legion of Asgore. Oh, no. Oh, yes, by the Legion of Asgore.
There's no gut bigger.
Oh, no more Ogre Bulls, because why? Did I tear out the building? That would be the way.
Too rich to
So in that case, if we could reach Novelty Gorge, that would be where we're going.
Ogre tyrant.
But we don't really want Salvatore to build up any units at all. Can we sprint through here without taking any attrition?
Everything's mine.
Looks like we'll take some. Let's find out, though.
Feet.
No? Okay, so what we'll do is we'll step back.
What I want.
If you are raiding, you will have camps grow nearby. Just don't think we want to risk the public order penalties right now. One more turn before we can get up to tier 3, so that's what we'll wait. Kevin,
I'm boss.
let's go into a camp stance, and we'll have him chuck in.
Right?
You've got a bunch of normal Ogre Bulls, which are pretty meh. We'll give you some of the dual weapons. And then the Boglars before we can't cross territory. Flagog will wait till you have the tier 2 so we can get Ogre Bull with the dual weapons. They're just better in about every way.
Of bosses.
And the Boss of Bosses. I mean, I think we can break them.
The over tyrant.
We're not full health. And we can just we could honestly just chuck the Boglars in here.
Must feast.
Allowing him to recruit up more troops seems like a huge mistake. So onward
Over tyrants.
to the ill-fated journey. Oh, that's not even Drazowith. Alright, so we're here at the Flayed Rock. We've got a Strigoi Ghoul King to deal with. We just finished them off with an auto-resolve. Be kind. Not even with a large snack. Fair enough. We will have ourselves a large snack, and we're going to charge on in and break us some more undead. What say you, Greasus? Oh, they're on the open field. That makes it quite a bit easier for us. Guess it's more undead for dinner. Right, the staunch lack of crypt horrors is making me quite happy here. So this is a large hill they can be fighting over the top of. We'll start deployment. What is this deployment? They are Legion. I'm not sure what their plan is, though. Now, what we're going to do is set up... What's the best call? Have them kind of going around this rock here so we can smash them on either side. I like that. Let's go Noblars up front. So that way we have the position claimed. There we are. And we can have the rest of the Noblars following in behind them. Yeah. About like so. We'll take them down so they're in a bit of more of a square formation. Noblars, Ogres, and the Papas. We'll have a Greasus and... We'll have the Fire Belly over here. Although it's probably best to have everyone on one side, that way the undead aren't trying to flank around behind us. Also, we'll go Iron Fist Ogre Bulls behind, since they have the most armor. And these guys can be directly behind them. You're not the only one who can be Legion Undead. We'll have the Iron Guts and everyone hanging up on the hill, watching over the battle. Awesome bit of terrain differences here. Let's get to it. Noblars move up to bog in this position, but we don't want them to take the entire one. I want them to be surrounded, if possible. You two move up on the other side as well, with the intent to be surrounded. Blob up as much as you want, undead. Send you all down. You guys can go hide in the woods and get ready for a charge. Then the elite boys can just set up on top of the hill. Reckon so. You move pretty quick, so let's send you on out. We'll also go for Grut Sickle on these Noblars. Now that I know I can use it on my allies, just toss them in the pot. Skelly Warriors up front. How much is Piercing Bolts? 11. So I think we're going to want to wait until they're actually here with us. Alright, let's chuck a single fireball at them. Get them moving over towards us. Once they realize that our artillery is our mage, they'll start moving their way on it. Serious bit of damage there. I'm going to send you Noblars around. Be the semi-ambush on both sides here. Really, they're not going to react even a little bit? He's going to go for heals. I see. A bold strategy. If I could get a Burning Head all the way down the line, I'm going to try. They'll likely be able to just heal it up, but maybe we get them advancing towards us. Fire Belly can move, so... Oh yeah, units all the way down this line. Go for it. Launch. He's gonna heal as much as he can, but that is a lot of damage. Keep going down the line. Awesome. Not a ton of damage, but it's on just about every unit there, except for these guys in the back. Here they come. Crypt ghouls are pretty quick. They might be able to close the gap. Waddle your way over here faster, my friend. Alright, so let's bring the dual weapon boys down and around. Faster, brother. Move those nubs. Everyone get ready for the charge. The ambush Noblars are engaged. We'll go ahead and drop down Grut Sickle on these poor fools again. And if you really want to, that's up to you. Spearmen will go ahead and just bring them in. Iron Fist, you stay there, and everyone else go around. Noblars move in. You should be able to hold the line pretty well. Let's come up into the woods so those black knights are bogged down. Just move you away from that nonsense. Flame shield. Go get into melee with them. Get all those ogres into battle. Alright, Firebelly, it's not quite time to use you. It's getting there, though. Move in, let's break those Black Knights with all of my elite units. Noblars won't hang in for very long against them. We'll go for a single Burning Head. Well, that's gonna be blasting through our Noblars. Burning Head this way. We'll go for the extra piercing bolts of burning. Over here. Make sure Salvatore can't catch you very well. Let's move Greasus into the enemies, and we're going to drop down the Everyone Has Their Price just to try to break these undead a little bit faster. There we are. Start smashing. Go for extra melee defense on all of these Noblars up front. Then we can steal some health from, I think, these Man-Eaters up top. Sounds good to me. Let's have this unit of dual weapon ogres come through. It's happening. They're gonna go after the necromancer that is filing on in. Yeah, you're not gonna win against Salvatore, so let's pull you through our ogres. Have some dual weapons kind of come back and help. Although it does look like we've got them dead to rights. Keep coming around, don't really want to fight those skeletons. Is he gonna go try to fight with Greasus? Good luck. Get him bogged down. Let's go after this poor unit here. All of the ogres work together. Let's get the extra melee defense on Greasus if we can. Let him charge in and smash. You guys come through. Those skeletons are still going to keep chasing you. Get some actual proper action shots. Come on, everyone. Get fighting. Zombies are just exploding into ketchup packets. As one would expect. Who knows where this one's going? He's leaving. Oh, and we already went up here on the top? The hill has been conquered. Let's send him down then. We'll have the volcano lord coming on in. Those ogre bulls are fighting with grave guards, so it's going to be a little bit difficult for him. You guys come on through. And let the Noblars take the brunt of the fighting for a moment. Reinforcements have arrived. Let's go ahead and dismember this group. They're going nowhere. Greasus, move you over here to drop down your debuff. We'll set the Iron Fist, charge back in. And a debuff. And smush. Over and chuck those daggers where you can. And it's a proper huddle now. Swing those telephone poles, lads. As expected, the Grave Guard are pretty much the only left. On to the boy, who has slayed himself a few ogres. Made a name for himself. Greasus' ability is down. Necromancer is too. And there goes the Strigoi. We'll go ahead and speed that along and claim victory. Alright, it calls it a close victory. We'll take it though because it wanted to execute this poor group of Ogre Bulls, and they have been saved. You're welcome, group of Bobs. And we shall go ahead and looting and occupying would give us a fair bit of gold, but we actually have plenty so far. We're going to claim it as is, so we don't damage the settlement too much. Still trying to do a bit of empire building for now. Got a Noblar Inventor. What if we constructed a giant wooden giant master? Just a gigantic Trojan ogre. The Bull Gut, a heavy-duty gut plate with 2 sharp curving horns jutting out, wrenched from the skull of a mighty cave beast. 8 extra armor, 10 more armor piercing damage, and then 10% more charge bonus. That sounds like a great option for Greasus.
Shockingly obese.
The Bull Gut. It is rare. It has a set of the bull balls. Takes more than guts, it takes balls. You get devastating flanker and extra speed. I mean, that sounds fantastic. Give him the Sword of Strife as well. And we can pass out the other goodies to the
Ogre tyrant.
lesser tyrant, so you can have the Armor of Silver and Steel and your Sword of Battle. Skull Mantle. Ooh, that should be for our caster, or its tank.
This.
Is it better than... so this is the one that's going to drop leadership. You would lose the opportunity to recharge magic, though. And not for now, but the set is pretty strong, depending on how strong the Great Skull and Skull Plucker are. Noblar Inventor, this goes for Greasus.
Ogre tyrant. Greasus Goldtooth.
Oh, see, but we have to sacrifice something else. The Yeti Wrangler. Noblar Chief is just extra recruit rank for Noblars. We'll take that one on out, and we'll grab the Halfling Cook. Perfect. I think the Noblar Chief can go on our heroes,
Old master.
which is where I think it should be. Excellent. So skills for our Firebelly.
Ogre can
Flame Incarnate is going to give him Melee Reflection. Sold. And for
Must
Greasus, we can go camping. Camp growth for all camps. And better camping. And the best camping. Well, we probably better get as good at camping as we can.
the ogre tyrant.
Grab all the bags of jerky. We've got a larder here. Meat production, but less income. No, thank you. I think in this area we're just going to go for maximum gold. Fire Shrine dropped corruption. I might need a Fire Shrine, actually. Take things down as fast as we can. And then we'll go for the guard hut at the scrap towers. Even though it is fairly... You know what? Not yet. No upgrades at scrap towers till we know we can keep it controlled. Maw hole is great there.
Greasus.
And in fact, actually the only upgrade I'm willing to go for would be the Fire Shrine. Next one to go up to tier 3 is going to be the Maw Gate for those landmark buildings.
Obey
Evan's got to take a turn recruiting. And we'll send him on down to do some damage.
of the tribe.
Perfect. No, I don't want to do the recruiting of heroes. I just want to recruit some more troops here. Oh, we don't have the good ones yet. In the meantime, we'll just grab some more rock chucking Noblars. It only costs 30 to be on defense there. It looks like he's really not liking us. Trees of the Lizarg is what's causing problems. And just normal strategic threat and aversion.
I dream of your death nightly, wretch.
Dreams of my death nightly. Well, that's not great.
Instrumental. General.
I thought our trading would make us buddies. The fact that I haven't clubbed all of your caravans out of existence. Alright, well we are going to zoom on back down to Greasus. And in the turn. Watch your step. Stones shake loose from a nearby mountain as something hurtles its way down its side, carving a vast furrow, crushing wildlife and uprooting trees. It rolls helplessly into camp, scattering Noblars and like Skittles. Skittles, huh? And when it finally draws still, revealed to be an ogre hunter flat on its back, but otherwise unconcerned. Does someone just roll the hunter down the mountain at us? Smashed our Noblars like they were Skittles. His name's Thrud. That's pretty... Oh man, did he get that stuck in his head on the way down the mountain? Dude, you should see that's not good. You should see a doctor. So Thrud, how do we get our Noblar Kicker? Oh, he does not have Noblar Kicker. He has Magic Hunter, Maneater, Dwarf Squasher, and Lizard Strangler. Awesome stuff. Strong arm. So he's going to basically allow us to specialize this army. That was the word I was looking for there. No Noblar kicker that I see here. But we'll still be adding him on down into the boss's army. Welcome, Thrud. We'll give you the Shield of Tolos, as that's pretty much all we've got for you. Alright, quick jump cut. We have a car that drives through every now and again that sounds like the engine is falling out. That's not so great for recording. So we'll pick things up. The trait we gain for Thrud, our hunter, is the Maw Preacher. So he's going to give us a little bit of control and corruption. Pretty excellent. We want to look for something that's a little bit more violent than this, but it'll be good for just kind of keeping everyone in order for now. Because it would have been good to see exactly what we needed for those big names. Is it just winning a battle against an army led by a spellcaster against the Empire, Dwarves, and Lizardmen? Fairly simple, but these aren't exactly the most exciting big names. I guess Thrud did roll himself on down the mountain. Alright, so we'll take Greasus, and we will move him aggressively down to Scrap Tower. We need to quickly nullify everyone in this province, that way we can start getting rid of all of the nasty corruption. Okay, so Ground Breaker Kevin. We are going to bring you through Shabletown here. Shouldn't be any trespassing, we should be good buddies with the Lizargs. Okay, so he's going to take attrition, that's unfortunate, it wasn't showing us beforehand. Rud, you sprint on down to join up with Greasus as fast as possible. And Flagog here. Before we go for any more troopers, I'm just not going to upgrade up in the north. We're going to keep all of the gold down here in the Ivory Road to start. Ivory Road and our camps. Alright, another and hopefully the last jump cut. Now, if any of you have any connections with Clan Eshin and want to send them over and deal with the loud engine problem, I wouldn't be opposed. But only Clan Eshin, I don't trust any of the others. We're going to come on into the Pack Cave, snag in some Saber Tusk Pack, that way we can actually harass the back line a little bit more aggressively. We're not going to be able to make use of them until we finish off the Blue Roses, but once I have kind of crushed all of the resistance in this province, I think we can then send either Greasus or Kevin back up north to recruit up the new troops, and then from there come on back down and finish off the Haunted Forest. Blade Rock, I'm going to go ahead and shove in the Gold Horde. We're going to start making us some more income. And a ton. That's absolutely true. He wants peace, though. He's going to try to sue full peace with some gold. It's a fair bit of gold there you're offering, Greasus. It's not enough, though. Not really sure what Gad is up to. He seems to just be running away. The bigger the spit, the bigger the meal, the more satisfied the diners. Now we're on our way to the Ogre Throng. Love to smash on down here and take down the Shadowstone Bay. It will determine, or will depend on what kind of units are waiting for us there. No new recruits at the Knobbly Gorge, which is perfect. Let's wait one more turn for the Boglars. Mr. Hunger Pain. We just need the gold to take this up to tier 3 now. 5,000. And that's what we'll be saving for. After I grab my mint. 600 more gold to turn. Easy sell. I'm gonna have Greasus come on down to the Shadowstone Bay before I bring the hunter in. Wilhelm Gregorovich. Cease, he says. You first, my friend. A close victory will give us... Oh, Wilhelm is rolling with some Blood Knights. Well, that's fairly terrifying. Flag of the Blood Keep and Frenzy. So we really just need them bogged down by all of our ogres at once. All of the armor-piercing ones. Got a fair bit of armor, but if all of them are hitting them, that should finish them off. So we could take an auto-resolve. It would just relieve us of some of our ogres. Have ourselves a lovely pre-battle feast and smash the Shadowstone Bay. Alright, so we're going to deploy where we are up the hill here. So Noblars. And we'll have them so that the enemy is coming out of the forest and facing us. Pull these other Noblars up and around. And have them kind of in a similar formation. So we'll have the trappers hanging out on the sides, just chuck into the flanks. And they can also become flanks themselves. Armored ogres. Grab all of the normal Noblars and get them a little bit more grouped up. So that way the enemies can blob around them. Let's have the Man-Eaters and Iron Guts ready to fight. Where are you hiding your Blood Knights? They're dire wolves. Where are the Blood Knights? For now, they're missing. But the two that are going to be in charge of dealing with them are the Man-Eaters and the Iron Guts as one. Keep them kind of over here. The rest of the ogres, though, set up on the hill. Kind of two in each general area. Excellent. All the Noblars as a unit, get them in a guard mode so they're not chasing anyone. Beautiful. We'll have the Fire Belly up front. Greasus a little ways in the back. And let's get this battle going. One more excellent round for this episode. Let's go ahead and chuck a fireball towards these Cryptors. We'll come on back and probably use our sickle. They realize they do not have advantage, so here comes the horrors. Go ahead and drop the sickle on these Noblars. Excellent hit. Drops one of the models. Give him some more magic. And I'm going to go ahead and no, not overcast, just a single. Might hit the tree, but if he's fast enough. Now we're going to go ahead and call that one off. He seeks challenge. So the real question is, where are the Blood Knights? You come on back behind. No reason for you to get caught by any kind of bonus versus large Blood Knights. We just keep him here. The Noblars can move in to help out. Greasus come on in as well. You think that's a good idea, but your speedy units are now doomed. No reason to waste any spells. Crunch us some undead doggos there. We'll bring the pretend gobos back around. But the Blood Knights are here in the forest, just waiting to come on out. And that's that. Horrors are also hiding in the woods. Let's go ahead and pull you guys around so you're not by yourselves. Noblar is back to everyone just get reorganized there. Fireball towards these Cryptors. In fact, I'm going to slow them down. Beautiful. Extra magic from these idiots. There's the Blood Knights. You come on back. You guys rotate around. Get ready for Doomsday. Skeletal Spearmen are going to be an issue. You guys move up and chuck your stuff at them. I don't mind completely ignoring letting the Man-Eaters go after Wilhelm here. Then you guys can go after those Cryptors as a group. Firebelly can give them a little bit more defense. There's the Blood Knights. Go ahead and have you guys move together. In fact, everyone who can, go clobber them a Blood Knight. Burning Head down the line. Man-Eater, get down in here and clobber this poor fool. Here, there were blood dragons. Go ahead and have Greasus drop the leadership if we can. Beautiful. Off that melee reflection. The Blood Knights are getting obliterated. Let's drop down. Piercing bolts of burning here. That's activated. Greasus needs some help. Iron Guts are focusing fully on the horrors. Let's bring everyone else in who's not fighting. Smash a flank. Yeah, the death of the Blood Knights is bad for everyone else. No fireballs to chuck in there. They're going to do more damage than anything else to our own. So much blood. Not really. We're mostly fighting a bunch of bones. Although the non-bars over here are bleeding quite a bit. They've had enough. Perfect. And Grigorovich's threat was ended before he could really build up too many forces, but he was trying, wasn't he? An honor guard coming on in. We can sack the settlement for a bit of gold, and I think we will.
Terrorize them, boys.
Terrorize them, boys. Pit fighter, the scroll of shielding, and the gut maw. That was where that huge group of gold came from. So 5,000 treasury, and now we've got the Scepter of Titans, which is fantastic. We have, I guess, enough blood to re-empower the scepter. And a hero has also become a legend. So getting gut maw is a bit of healing. Greasus, turn around and claim. Oh, you cannot. That's not awesome. Not even a little bit. Sacking settlement's gone wrong.
The over-tyrant.
He's nice and loud. Let's see about any of these other upgrades. Like we get more camps, so the best camping. Camp limit +1. Indeed. We'll put this one up closer towards Grimgore, so near Karak Azul up there. Or Karak Azor? It's one of the two. For Furt Stank, we'll just give you magical reserves, moving towards the Arcane Conduit. Ooh, can you come on out and steal any tech? Damage walls. We don't need that to happen. We'll just bring Thrud on down then. Continue to chase Greasus. Perfect. So we can't actually reach the Knobbly Gorge this turn. We could deploy a camp. This is not where I want to. I would love for the camp to be up here, defending our north from Grimgore. We've already got one. I would say if I was to reposition this camp, it'd be probably a little bit closer towards Grimtop. But as it is, it does defend the Great Hall pretty well.
Ain't gonna roll over.
Ain't gonna roll over. Goldtooth's Tollgate. Can we afford both, though?
Tyrant of the
5k here and a 6k for the Tollgate, I believe. Yeah, so we're gonna have to do some waiting. Alright, such is the way. Well, that is gonna be all the time I've got for today. I have been a Space Wizard of War. Remember to leave a like for the Light God and a sub for the sub, though. I'll see you all in the next one.